Ever wondered how billionaires like Mark Cuban keep getting richer quietly, strategically, and in style? While most know him for owning the Dallas Mavericks or his Shark Tank deals, there's a side of Cuban's wealth gain that rarely gets attention. We're talking about luxury investments, exclusive high-end plays that aren't just about status. They're about long-term, serious returns. From rare watches to yachts and digital assets, Cuban's portfolio reveals how luxury and smart investing can go hand in hand. Stick around as we break down the 10 secret luxury investments that helped Mark Cuban grow his fortune. Moves that might look flashy on the surface but are anything but random. Let's get into how Cuban turns luxury into leverage. 1. Private jets, more than just flex. Mark Cuban doesn't just fly private, he owns the planes. His very first big purchase after selling Broadcast.com was a Gulfstream V jet, which he bought online in what became the largest e-commerce transaction at the time. But beyond convenience, jets have become part of a strategic investment model. Cuban understands that owning aircraft isn't just about comfort. They can be leased to companies or high net worth individuals, generating consistent cash flow. He avoids depreciation traps by focusing on well-maintained models that hold value over time. With charter demands surging post-pandemic, private aviation has become a lucrative niche. For Cuban, it's not about showing off. It's about controlling an appreciating asset while making money from others who want to rent that luxury lifestyle. 2. High-end real estate in low-key places. While celebrity investors often go big in New York or Los Angeles, Cuban plays the long game by investing in under-the-radar locations with high potential. He's bought property in up-and-coming resort towns and quietly acquired beachfront real estate in developing areas before they hit mainstream radar. Cuban focuses on properties that offer lifestyle appeal and scarcity, two traits that drive value over time. He also considers rental income potential and the long-term demographic shifts, like remote work trends, that make luxury real estate even more appealing. By staying ahead of the curve and avoiding oversaturated markets, he positions himself to benefit from both appreciation and income. His real estate strategy shows that smart timing and location, not hype, turn luxury into wealth. 3. Sports teams as status plus strategy. Owning the Dallas Mavericks isn't just about courtside seats and fame, it's one of Cuban's smartest luxury investments. When he bought the team in 2000 for $285 million, many thought it was a passion play. But Cuban turned the franchise into a branding powerhouse, increasing its value to over $3.5 billion today. He revamped operations, improved fan engagement, and helped usher in the era of digital sports marketing. Sports franchises are rare assets. There are only so many NBA teams, and demand far exceeds supply. Cuban recognized the value of exclusivity, loyalty, and media rights early on. The Mavericks aren't just a team, they're an empire. And as global interest in the NBA grows, so does the value of his original investment. 4. Art with an edge. Cuban isn't just buying paintings to hang in his living room. He approaches art collecting with the same analytical mindset he brings to startups. He invests in emerging artists with strong market signals and has an eye for pieces that appreciate over time. Cuban treats art like a portfolio, diversifying across styles and periods while tracking auction trends and scarcity. He understands the tax advantages and the growing demand from ultra-wealthy collectors who see fine art as a stable store of value. Plus, art's emotional and cultural resonance gives it an edge over traditional investments. It's not flashy impulse buying. It's calculated collecting where taste meets timing. Cuban's art portfolio isn't just beautiful. It's profitable, proving that aesthetics and asset strategy can go hand in hand. 5. Rare cars as investment vehicles. Cuban's interest in luxury cars isn't about revving engines. It's about ROI. He invests in rare, high-performance vehicles that appreciate over time, particularly limited edition supercars with pristine documentation and low mileage. The luxury auto market has seen explosive growth, especially for vintage Ferraris, Porsches, and McLarens, which often outperform traditional assets during economic uncertainty. Cuban's edge comes from knowing which models have cult followings and historical relevance. He also leverages events like concours, delegates, and exclusive auctions to tap into elite buyer networks. These cars aren't daily drivers. They're long-term plays with high resale potential. For Cuban, each car is a calculated bet, stored and insured like art, quietly gaining value in climate-controlled garages around the world. 6. Digital collectibles before they were cool. Long before NFTs hit mainstream headlines, Mark Cuban was exploring blockchain-based digital assets. He saw early on that digital scarcity could have real-world value, especially in gaming, art, and music. Cuban invested in platforms like Mintable and dabbled in NFT art that others dismissed as hype. But he looked past the trend and focused on underlying infrastructure, betting on companies building the future of digital ownership. His portfolio includes crypto wallets, decentralized marketplaces, and blockchain apps aimed at creators. Cubans believe that digital collectibles will do for Gen Z what baseball cards did for boomers, but with faster liquidity and global reach. While many rode the NFT wave and crashed, Cuban stayed strategic, picking the tech winners behind the scenes. 7. Ultra-luxury startups. Cuban isn't just funding mass-market tech, he's also backing startups that cater to the elite. From private jet-sharing services to high-end concierge platforms and even space tourism ventures, Cuban targets luxury niches with massive growth potential. These startups serve ultra-high net worth individuals who value time, access, and exclusivity. Cuban bets on companies solving unique problems for the wealthy, where margins are high and loyalty is deep. Think curated travel, elite wellness programs, or members-only investment networks. By backing the brands that serve the top 0.1%, he taps into a market that's recession-resistant and expanding. It's not about scale, it's about premium positioning. And Cuban knows that in luxury, reputation and experience often matter more than price. 8. Vineyard Ventures. Cuban's investments in wine aren't about sipping. It's about soil, story, and serious returns. He's backed vineyard operations that focus on premium production, where heritage and terroir can boost both value and demand. Vineyard ownership offers multiple revenue streams: wine sales, tasting room experiences, and luxury tourism. Plus, land in established wine regions tends to appreciate steadily, especially with climate-conscious farming. Cuban's strategy is to support boutique wineries that combine tradition with innovation. Think sustainable practices, limited releases, and strong brand narratives. If you enjoyed this deep dive into his secret investment strategies, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content that breaks down the billionaire mindset. Got a favorite investment on the list? Drop it in the comments. We're curious what you think.